A bizarre and a deeply disturbing incident at the PES University has triggered widespread outrage in Bengaluru after a professor addressed a Muslim student as a terrorist repeatedly in a class. He was later suspended. The controversy erupted after a video of the incident surfaced online, quickly went viral. In the footage, the faculty member, identified as Dr. Muralidhar Deshpande, is seen confronting a Muslim student who asked to take permission to step out briefly. So the student had asked professor's permission to step out briefly. But what followed was an unexpected and shocking escalation. The professor can be seen and heard angry, using derogatory, inflammatory language, repeatedly referring to students and that particular student as a terrorist in front of the entire class. Phrases like, "Sharm nahi aati tumko," that is, "Do not feel ashamed of yourself," "useless fellow," were also used in that video, leaving many stunned at the tone and the nature of the exchange. What has added to the controversy is that this may not be the isolated incident. As far as that professor is concerned, there is a report suggesting that he has made similar controversial remarks in the class in the past, including comments linking people like him, that is, Muslim students with Muslim identity, to global conflicts such as the Iran war. The professor is accused of making a series of abusive remarks, blaming people like him for the Iran war, saying Donald Trump would come and take him away, referring to the student, telling the student that that student would go to hell. The video has since sparked strong reaction on social media, with many users calling the incident discriminatory, demanding strict action against the professor. Students and activists have also raised concerns about the safety and inclusivity within academic spaces. Responding to the backlash, the university suspended the professor with immediate effect, initiated an internal inquiry in the matter. Authorities say that a disciplinary committee will examine the matter in detail before deciding on a future course of action. Meanwhile, the National Students' Union of India has filed a complaint seeking a strict action and apology from the professor. Police officials have also reached out to those involved in the matter. As the investigation continues, the incident has put the spotlight on classroom code of conduct as far as teachers are concerned, raising uncomfortable questions about prejudice, accountability, and responsibility of educators in shaping a safe learning environment.
Just call him poor.
And that video, we'll try and play that video for you, but it's a bizarre and a deeply disturbing incident coming to light from PES University, which has triggered outrage on social media after a professor could be heard addressing a Muslim student as a terrorist repeatedly in a class. He was later suspended. The controversy erupted after that video of the incident surfaced online, and it quickly went viral. In fact, in the footage, the faculty member, who's been identified as Dr. Muralidhar Deshpande, can be seen and heard confronting a Muslim student who had asked for permission to step out briefly. But what followed was a shocking escalation. The professor can be heard raising his voice using derogatory, inflammatory language, repeatedly referring to student as a terrorist in front of the entire class. He used phrases like "Sharm nahi aati tumko," "Do not feel ashamed," "You're a useless fellow," leaving many students in the class stunned at the tone and the nature of that exchange. My colleague Vajiullah is joining us with more details. Vajiullah, this is alarming. A teacher who's supposed to foster a safe environment for students to learn can be heard making remarks which are not just Islamophobic.
So, I could faintly hear your question, but from what I understood is that, yes, absolutely shocking incident that has taken place in a private college called PES College in Bengaluru, where Professor Deshpande called a terrorist to a student while he had asked him that if he could step outside. And you can clearly see from the video that we have in our possession, which is caught by another student who was shooting inside the class. And in that, you can see the professor losing his cool, saying a lot of things to the students. But what was the most offensive thing that he said was that people like you are terrorists. So this was something that was very uncalled for, and something that somebody like a professor should not have said. The professor's name is Muralidhar Deshpande. Now an FIR has been registered against him. The complaint was filed by NSUI students, and a case under the BNS section 299 and 352 have been registered against him, hurting the religious sentiment of the people and calling him names. It is absolutely shocking that somebody can say something like this to a student. The school has, or your college has also suspended the professor. And in the last 4 days, this is the second incident where we are seeing professors are losing their cool and doing something so obnoxious and unwanted in Bengaluru.
Vajji, thank you very much for those details. Remember, this is not the first time the professor is now being instigated for a series of such remarks that he made in the classroom earlier as well. Let's quickly listen into this video.
Did you just call him poor?
And that is the professor on your screens. What was expected to be an academic exchange, an exchange in a civic fashion inside a classroom. You can hear the professor lashing out, but that's one thing. What he says next is obnoxious and shocking. He says, "Sharm nahi aati tumko, you terrorist." He's referring to a Muslim student. This is inside a university, it's inside a classroom. And this is what we're trying to build by the way of culture, civic sense among students in a university. The university, of course, has taken action on the professor and is currently investigating him, but raising questions, of course, on what institutions do we want to build, what inclusivity do we want to inculcate among people if we refer to them as terrorists by the virtue of their religious identity.